Soldiers, families, and friends, welcome to the graduation for Flight Surgeon Course Class 23-233. Thank you for your attendance on this special day. I am Staff Sergeant Manja, the Master of Ceremony for today's graduation. First, I would like to thank the students for their commitment, flexibility, and above all, their desire to render the best possible care to the aviators who will soon be under their care. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthems of Germany, Norway, and the United States. Please take your seats. would like to take this opportunity and introduce a senior member of our Department of Aviation Medicine, representing the official party for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel Nolan Rogenkamp.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests. I just want to start off by saying I'm extremely humbled and grateful for this opportunity to come and speak to such a talented group of individuals. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to fly with several of you in the simulator over here in Warrior Hall, and it was quite an experience. So we had a great time. I really enjoyed going over there with the flight surgeons and people all the time, and getting in those simulators and bringing back the fun into the Army, because that's a lot of us growing up. That's kind of one of our dreams, was getting in an aircraft, and you all get an opportunity to do that while you're here. So I had a lot of fun, especially with our international students. I really appreciated that. I know I got to share with one of them that we were back in 2010. I was deployed to Afghanistan with General Folland, and I got to work with some really talented flight surgeons and APAs during that deployment. General Folland, I remember he gave me a book while I was there that he wrote while he was in the Air War College up in Montgomery. And I remember reading that book, and the things he taught me through his leadership and being a joint partner operating together, it was awesome. He talked about holistic debriefing in his book, and how it's so important that we open up to one another, and we're not afraid to share lessons learned while we're flying and operating in these dangerous aviation operation environments. I have a quick thing I'd like to share with you. I looked up a book that was given to me by the USROL commander not too long ago. It's Vietnam Studies, Medical Support, General Neil Spurgeon. He wrote this book as a tasking after Vietnam, as directed to him, and it has a lot of great lessons learned. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, I would recommend it. And so in this book, he talks about he defines in chapter 7. He talks about what you all do, and he said, the flight surgeon is a physician who has received formal training in the specialized field of aviation medicine. His mission includes the prevention and treatment of disease, injury, and mental or emotional deterioration among aviation flight, ground crew, and maintenance personnel. He monitors the programs of flyers and is expected to participate in frequent flights. He is confronted by the problems of traumatic injury, of acute and chronic disease, ranging from the common upper respiratory infections to the most uncommon of tropical diseases, of psychiatric disorders, which run the gamut from occupational fatigue through the minor disorders of personality to overt psychosis, and of personal hygiene and environmental sanitation, including dietetics, venereal disease, insect control, and a multitude of bizarre and homely worrisome matters. The flight surgeon treats physical and mental conditions that might endanger pilots or passengers. Whether in the examination room or upon the flight line, he must be able readily to detect incipient major and minor disorders of personality in men who, in their zeal to fly, frequently try to conceal the disorders. He administers and prescribes medications and treatment. He reviews and studies the case history and the progress of the patient. He also acts as a consultant in his specialty to other medical services and provides air medical staff and advice. In addition, the flight surgeon serves as a medical member of aircraft crash investigation teams and, when possible, contributes to air medical research and development. The flight surgeons that I have served with over my past 18 years of service, I have been extremely impressed with y'all. I was neighbors with one for my first couple of years that I was here. and I've gotten a lot of opportunities to spend some time with you all, and you all are very talented. I know, and I know you all have a former congressperson in your midst in your class, which just speaks volumes to the level of talent that is in this room. So with that, I'll keep it short. I want to share one last quote from the new FM 3-0, the opening quote from chapter 8, the chapter about leadership in FM 3-0, because you all are first and primarily leaders, and it's by General Colin Powell, and he says, success ultimately rests on small things, lots of small things. Leaders have to have a feel for small things, a feel for what is going on in the depths of an organization where small things reside. And I would leave you with that challenge as you go off to your assignments, that you would develop that depth and that feel for small things. Some of the best flight surgeons that I served with over in Iraq and Afghanistan were out every day pulling medevac duty with us and learning, flying with us, helping us provide en route care when needed. And they knew they had a pulse. And even today, we have flight surgeons that fly with us. To this day, I have flight surgeons that fly with us regularly, and they're able to see how the aircrew members are responding as we're flying, and developing that interpersonal relationship. So I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to be authentic leaders. I challenge you to be self-aware and find that sweet spot and be more focused on the team, I versus we. Make sure you're focused more on we, that you're a team player, and that you practice servant leadership as you go into your formations. So with that, I really appreciate this opportunity, and really excited for all the great things that you all are about to go do. So thank you for your time.
Lieutenant Colonel Roggenkamp, thank you for your words of wisdom. We will now be conducting the awarding of the wings. I ask that you hold your applause until the entire class has received their wings. Captain Ralph Abraham. Captain Joshua Agard. Captain Afi Alado Anka. First Lieutenant Brian Anacito. Captain Eliezer Barmeyer. Captain Patrick Beebe. Captain Patrick Best. Captain Nicholas Bogdan. Captain Seamus Bradley. Captain Kay Brunt. Captain Lilia Berger. Captain Brendan Chung. Captain Christopher Connor. Lieutenant Junior Grade Katrina Cooley. Major Stephanie Couch. Captain Nicole Downing. Captain Paige Downing. Captain John Fitzpatrick. Major Arthur Hagelgans. Major Tess Harmon. Captain James Harder. Captain Glenn Kim. Captain Robert Knippel. Captain Camilla Knudsen. Captain Thomas Kotnick. Major Valentin Colwell. Captain Shannon Lambert. Captain David Lawrence. Major Wallace Locke. First Lieutenant Stephen Marshall. Captain Varun Menon. Major Raymond Mott. Lieutenant Colonel Erica Murray. Captain Lee Neuenfeld. Captain Matthew Obernewferman. Lieutenant Junior Grade Benedito Oliveira. Captain Joseph Pancius. Major Daniel Perez. Captain Daniel Ritchie. Second Lieutenant Arnold Sternlage. Captain Evan Stern. First Lieutenant Elijah Taylor. Major Will Soy. Captain Daniel Whitaker. Second Lieutenant Perry Wiseman. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Flight Surgeon Course 23-233. The Director of the Army's Flight Surgeon Course, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Johnson.
All right, good morning, good morning. Let me just be the first one to say a big thank you and congratulations, I guess the second now, to the Flight Surgeon Class 23233. Well done, guys. I am incredibly honored to have this opportunity to be part of your flight surgeon training, part of your career development. You've been a pleasure to train and a lot of fun to work with. I look forward to opportunities to work with you, to see you in the future, see how your careers go. You've taught me quite a bit as well. I think every single class I learn a lot, and you guys are no exception. I've been impressed by your desire to learn, your contributions to the class. We had a lot of great discussions, great contributions from students in the class, and that's a lot of fun. So that really built on everything you learned. I appreciated your sense of humor, and your courage to serve in our armed forces at a time of great uncertainty. So this course, this graduation today, it's an important moment for you and for me, not just because you get to go home after this and I get to say goodbye to you, but for some of you this is a really significant turning point in your career. I know it was for me. So moving into the world of aviation medicine, hopefully for all of you this course has changed the way you think about medicine, about the Army, and where they intersect, especially in this realm of aviation. I hope you have taken a keen interest in this profession, in the performance, safety, and health of the soldier and aviator in the context of a really, truly, inherently risky but critical mission in Army aviation. So whether you remain in the field of aviation medicine for your career or not, I hope this perspective is something you take with you wherever you go. So thank you. Congratulations again to the U.S. Army Flight Surgeon Class 23233. Just another round of applause for you guys.
The class leader, Lieutenant Colonel Murray, will now speak on behalf of the class.
Good morning, distinguished guests, leaders, students, and family members. On behalf of the Flight Surgeon Class of 23233, we want to express our deepest gratitude to the faculty and staff who made this course happen. In the past 6 weeks, we've been bestowed the honor and privilege to learn the tools necessary to support the readiness of the force and keep our fellow aviators in the air. We are especially grateful for our course leaders who bestowed pearls of wisdom, which we will turn to at all hours of the day, maybe even night, saving lives, winning our nation's wars. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present gifts to the staff as a memory of how you have touched our lives, each of you, in different ways. So first, I'd like to call forward Lieutenant Colonel Johnson. We just want to say thank you so much for all of your words of wisdom. You've clarified so much, and so much of your experience is really imprinted on our class, and we just wanted to say thank you and continue doing the awesome things that you're doing. Okay, thank you. Our next gift is going to be for Sergeant First Class Heitmeyer, who is the course NCOIC. I know that he was not able to make it today, but on the good news, he is set on a path to becoming a PA. We are thinking about you today and wishing you the best of luck. You're going to be awesome. And finally, last but not least, Major Peniagua. Can we call you up to the stage, please? Okay. The Assistant Course Director, who this is the last time he'll be instructing, he has informed us. We're very sad about that, but we are very fortunate to have you. And know that you will continue to do great things outside the Army. So we really appreciate it. Thank you for all of your words of wisdom. Thank you. So finally, as a token of our class appreciation, and now our legacy to hang on the wall as the best class that has ever entered our hallways, we are going to present you with our class gift. We really appreciate the work that you've done for us as a class. And now we get to hang this on the wall. Woo! So we appreciate the opportunity to work with our fellow international partners, so thank you for joining us. It's been amazing having you breaking bread and sharing all your life stories. Finally, we want to thank family members and friends for all of your support. Without your support, we would not be here today, and so you're equally important, so thank you for all that you do, and thank you for sharing it with us. On behalf of myself and the class of 23233, Army Medicine above the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Coast Guard and Army songs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance. This concludes the graduation for Flight Surgeon Course 23233. Please feel free to move forward and congratulate today's graduates at this time. Above the best and serve the fighting strength, dust off.